probably the people and just that atmosphere, sense of humour, going for a few pints of Guinness down the pub. But yeah, no, that's probably what you miss the most. But no, you're getting plenty of new experiences around here in terms of culture and meeting new people. So no, it's been good.
So you say we've done it since QB years?
Different one. I'm Adam Foy. I'm the head of performance analysis here at the Blues. Yeah, so I started off as an intern with Munster in 2018. Then I worked with the Irish national team for about 3.5 years. Did a season with the Dublin Gaelic football team last year before I came over here in January for the start of the super season. Yeah, I suppose our role is to provide information to coaches and players to give them a really clear picture of performance. So that kind of, it's a mixture of video and data each week to try and kind of understand performance on a deeper level. That's in-game, post-game, training, and then we do a lot of work on opposition analysis. So I sit in with the coaches and yeah, it's really important we're kind of a second eyes for them nearly in terms of how they see the game. It's really important to understand their philosophies around how they want the game played, and that kind of alters how we analyse things and what we measure. But yeah, it's really important and to be really close with them, have a good trusting relationship in terms of what we see, and that's kind of built over time as we work with them more and more. I somewhat fell into it really. I didn't study it in uni, but I was lucky enough to get an internship in Munster straight out of college, and yeah, it's kind of just gone from there. I was pretty fortunate to work with some really good teams and players and learn from some really good analysts, coaches over the last couple of years. So yeah, it's been great like that. Yeah, I suppose I've always had an interest in coaching. Even since I finished school, I've always coached at kind of underage development level, which I really enjoy, trying to help players improve at that age, kind of ambitious guys who can try and get better. But yeah, especially that it was a really good group, and trying to see one of the pathways we have at the Blues and kind of really connected with those players at a young age was important and cool to see. Yeah, definitely. I think it complements each other. Like during the year, we're kind of studying all the different teams and their attack and defence structures, so you definitely get some ideas that you like to try. And yeah, it was definitely a good vehicle to try some new things. Some things worked, some didn't. And yeah, and then on the other side, I suppose it probably gives you an appreciation of how hard a gig coaching is. So yeah, from the guys that we work with every day, you probably a bit of empathy and an idea around what they have to deal with every day. Yeah, no, I really enjoyed it. I suppose the first kind of month or few weeks he was here, it was kind of just the two of us in the office. So it was great time just to get him to know him one-on-one and his philosophies around the game and kind of what he expects from us from our side and how he kind of sees the Blues going forward in 2024 and 25. So yeah, no, it's really exciting to work with him and Jason as well, who's come in. So yeah, no, it's really looking forward to it. Yeah, so I played all the way through school, played a bit under 20s. I kind of stopped once I got into the analysis gig when we were working on the weekends. But yeah, so I played SCT back home, which is the equivalent of first 15. Craig McGrath was one of my coaches actually, so yeah, it's nice to have that connection with him.
Yeah, so that relationship sort of just picked up from where it left off.
Yeah, it did actually. Yeah, no, he was the same as I remembered him 10 years ago. Yeah, I suppose probably the biggest difference around the game is probably the idea around space and risk, really. Probably in general, not every team, but most teams defensively afford you a little bit more space down here, just in terms of where they defend their halfback, how much pressure they bring at the front line and on the edges. And I think that probably links in with risk in terms of teams are probably a bit quicker to play from deep here and play to the space when they see it. And yeah, and they kind of use that kind of really high skill set and skill level all players have down here. So yeah, it's pretty exciting.